Top 10 Best Movies of 2023. It's been a year of very high peaks and extremely low valleys at the movies, and as of this writing, we are, as the kids say, down bad. A month after Barbenheimer became the cultural event of 2023 and managed to bring moviegoers back into actual theaters en masse, we're now drowning in a morass of talking dog comedies, bootleg Spider-Man, and feature-length PlayStation commercials. The end of summer is always a major studio dumping ground, but this August feels particularly garbage. Why? And it's especially disappointing coming off the most viral moment for cinema since the pandemic began to wane. But let's not dwell on the negative. Because as we said, the year in movies has also scaled to some impressive heights. That includes arthouse triumphs like Tar and the intercontinental love story Past Lives, non-English heartrippers such as Pakistan's Controversy courting Joyland, and indie laughers like Theater Camp. But it's also been a banger of a year for straight-up popcorn, from the latest installment in Tom Cruise's Death Wish fantasy mission Impossible to the brilliant animated superhero spectacle Across the Spider-Verse to Netflix's sci-fi blaxploitation mashup They Cloned Tyrone to the camp horror insta classic M3GAN. When a bleak, 3-hour biopic about the physicist who designed the atomic bomb is raking in big box office, it's a surefire sign that maybe the movies aren't dead after all. And despite the current doldrums, there's more to come. Surely, this list will grow as we head into award season. But for now, here are the best movies worth leaving your house for so far in 2023. 1. Tar. Call it a portrait of the artist in the midst of being cancelled. In Todd Field's psychological character study, Cate Blanchett is Lydia Tar, a genius-level composer, EGOT winner and insufferable narcissist whose icy demeanor hardly fractures as accusations of sexual impropriety threaten to shatter her career. Blanchett's Oscar-nominated performance has rightly earned the lion's share of plaudits. 2. Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse. Building on the mashup of animation styles that made Into the Spider-Verse so ridiculously vibrant and throwing in a multitude of new ones. Stop-motion, Lego mashin', anyone? This dizzying, dazzling sequel is the persuasive case for superhero movies than the played-out genre desperately needed. The gags and pop culture references, delivered with trademark Lord and Miller irreverence, come so thick and fast, you'll need several viewings to unpack them all. Which will not be a major burden with a movie this entertaining. 3. Oppenheimer. Even on IMAX, the seismic themes and ideas spill over the sides of Christopher Nolan's most spectacular, cerebral and haunting blockbuster yet. Cillian Murphy is brooding and brilliant as the titular physicist, J. Robert Oppenheimer, charting his quest to build America the A-bomb in a science fact thriller that's paced like a chain reaction. 4. E.O. Thanks to Banshees of Inisherin, Triangle of Sadness, and this disarmingly powerful four-legged odyssey from veteran Polish director Jerzy Skolimowski, the humble donkey has become a cinematic colossus of late, a kind of doleful-eyed, carrot-chewing Brando. The genius of E.O., which follows one little donkey across Europe, is in using its furry hero as a mirror to reflect back at us the state of the world in all its beauty, pain, and ineffable sadness. It shouldn't be half as bewitching and emotional, but honestly, it ruined us. 5. Return to Seoul. A diaspora tale of real psychological acuity and emotional eloquence, this captivating drama perfectly articulates the hurt of a young adopted Frenchwoman as she returns to the country of her birth and struggles to reconcile with the past. French-Cambodian filmmaker Davy Cho follows his brilliantly drawn protagonist, the spiky, chaotic Freddie, Park Ji-min, as she shrugs off Korean customs, her drunk texting birth father, and a continued sense of rejection from the mum who won't acknowledge her in the hope of wresting back control of her inner life. Like Freddie, it's a film that will only grow in stature with the passing of time. 6. Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Tom Cruise's willingness to do literally any bastard mad thing to entertain us finds its purest expression in the 7th installment of the consistently excellent Mission Impossible movies. He sprints, free falls, races, and horse rides through a series of GOP-worthy action set pieces, occasionally while handcuffed to Haley Atwell's terrified franchise Newbie, all expertly executed by writer-director Christopher McQuarrie. 7. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. There's so much going on in Laura Poitrase's doc, it speaks volumes for the quality of the filmmaking that it all hangs together so dexterously. Iconic photographer Nan Goldin is its subject, protagonist, and guide, as the film takes in a tour of New York's 70s counterculture. Ex-addict Goldin's quest for justice against the odious Sacklers, the family behind America's OxyContin epidemic, and the nuts and bolts of social activism. It's moving, enthralling and artful, in every sense of the word. 8. Rye Lane. Who said the rom-com was dead? Putting an authentically South London spin to the before sunset formula of two strangers meeting, chatting and slowly falling for each other, i.e. with loads more chicken shops and supermalts. Rye Lane is sparky, romantic and pistachey in all the ways that London is. David Johnson and Vivian Opera provide charm, jokes and very relatable insecurities as two young black Londoners, Dom and Yas, who slowly size each other up and, eventually, like what they see. Their salt and pepper karaoke scene is a mic drop moment in every sense. 9. Past Lives. Getting compared with Wong Kar-wai's classic romance In the Mood for Love loads seriously unreasonable expectations on a first-time filmmaker. But Korean-Canadian filmmaker Celine Song's tender-hearted romance holds up to them purely for its emotional intelligence and wisdom and its sheer empathy for its characters. The central relationship plays out over several decades between Korean New Yorker, Greta Lee, and the childhood sweetheart, Tae Yoo, who never left Seoul, and the husband who struggles to give her space to explore her feelings. A love letter to two people and two cities, Seoul and New York, in all their messy glory. It's one we'll be revisiting in years to come. 10. They Clone Tyrone. It got lost amid July's Barbenheimer noise, but this raucously entertaining, needle-sharp blaxploitation riff is ripe for discovery on Netflix. An almost uncategorizable mix of crime thriller, satirical comedy and near-future sci-fi, it's the handiwork of a first-time filmmaker of real promise in Jewel Taylor. He rescues the term woke from the right-wing commentary with a They Live adjacent storyline in which John Boyega, Tiona Paris and Jamie Foxx team up to uncover a conspiracy to control black consciousness via, well, that would be spoiling one of the year's best in jokes. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.